Hello, everyone. This is Paul here from Democast Media. Screen's going to look a little bit different. I am testing out StreamYard. Really excited. It could potentially make live streaming for me and creating videos so much easier than OBS. It's free. What am I going to say? I'm testing this out for free. So a few things I'm going to run through today. I just felt like creating. I'm going to just explain a little bit about what I'm trying to do here. With StreamYard. I've got to get this right. StreamYard. So I'm going to give you my initial thoughts on StreamYard. I'm also going to give you my thoughts on Zoom and how they're dealing with their security issues. And I do feel for them. I am cautiously optimistic. Lastly, I want to just show you I'm still loving the new Canva, or at least for me, it feels new because I'm coming back to it. I'm going to show you some of the designs I've made because I'm what the channel's about is visual communication, so all aspects of it, including screen capture, um, screen share, and also voice as well, because you often accompany your videos with voice. So I'm going to share my screen, and welcome if you're watching. It is 4:30 in the morning in Melbourne. Share screen. Okay, so here we go. I was on Sean Cannell's free 7-day challenge stream on Facebook, and I noticed that he was using this thing called StreamYard. It's got this adorable little duck logo here, and it's you can use this for free. So I've been used to wrangle with OBS in the past, and I always hated OBS. It's not a user-friendly system, but that's just what open source platforms are. They're not easy to use. It's like when you're working with WordPress, um, GIMP. Actually, GIMP's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Um, Blender, I think, for video editing, but that's a nightmare in my opinion. It's not user-friendly, open source, right? This is a cloud-based live streaming service that allows you to live stream really easily. The pricing's not too bad. I think I believe it's $20 US a month if you sign up for their annual subscription. But because it's cloud-based, a lot of the hard work is done on their servers, which means that it saves you some of those resources in your computer. It means that it makes it easier for you to stream. I think on different devices. Don't quote me on this. I'm just learning how to use this. So this is their YouTube channel. Tell me what you think. How do you, if you live stream, what do you currently use to do that? Do you use OBS? Do you pay to do it? I personally want to. I'm trying to use this because I want to do screen share as well. And I get that you can do just live streaming on YouTube, but I want to be able to share the screen and share content that way. So um, you can also. I just want to go back to what I was doing. Stop. And this is where I'm kind of just learning how to do this as well. Screen sharing was cancelled. Make sure to click share. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to stop it. So, and I'm testing out what you can do on the screen. So, at the moment, I've got their little cards, their overlays right now. You can. Oh, hey, do a Sia. I'm really bad. I'm gonna butcher your name here. Siamand. 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 Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. So, yeah, you can have your overlays. You can do little cards as well. So, I'll just give you an example. Bam! That was so easy. So you can write little banners and just add them onto the screen, just like that. Um, Awesome, and you can hide it. Oh, love this. So I'm testing this out in real time. So it's really easy to add little banners here for asking questions of people, which is great. What else have we got here? So theme, I'm using the default theme right now. I'm gonna try minimal. What does that do? I'm not sure what that does. Oh, okay, so it just changes your name at the bottom there. A logo. So at the moment I'm using the StreamYard logo. Customize your logo. So if you're on the free plan, it's just a StreamYard logo. If you'd like to remove it or replace it with your own logo, check out the upgraded plan. So I'm on the currently on the free plan right now. So this is the other thing that's is cool. Um, you get to do these at the free level with some limitations to it. So if you just want to get started live streaming, but you don't want to pay ongoing, this could be an option. I think the limit is maybe 10 people on a stream. So if you're just starting out and you're not confident, then actually this could be a really good option for you. You can do different overlays as well, so you don't have to have this overlay. You can create your own. So in being able to create your own overlay easily, I'm going to show you what I'm doing in Canva right now. And backgrounds, well, I think you can do green screens on that. What do we got? Backgrounds are just overlays, except they sit behind your stream. Recommended size is 720. Okay, and I think you can, and you can add GIFs as well. So if you've got maybe like a background, you would be able to add a GIF if you wanted to. So that's fun. Show display names. Okay, so you can display your name if you want, or you can put it in there. Um, I'm really liking this so far, and you can do some private chat as well. Okay, cool. Guys, if you're interested in doing live streaming the easy way, then try this service, cloud-based live streaming. You can do it for free up to 10 people. I think this is a really awesome option. Don't mess around with OBS. And I spent yesterday morning just trying to get my head around it. And it is what it is. But if you just want to get going, I'm at the moment, I'm really loving this experience. Okay, so a comment here from Miguel Enriquez Arevalo. I tried StreamYard, but it did lag a lot when I opened a game or software. Have you tried that? So Miguel, I'm not really a gamer, I'll be honest. So I don't know how it functions when you actually got gameplay going on. So there's a lot of resources being used in that instance. So I couldn't tell you. In fact, I'm just testing this out right now. I'm going to check this out later, how this shows up in the replay. So this is at the moment, it's just my initial reactions. But yeah, help out our friend, our buddy Miguel. Has anyone else tried StreamYard for this kind of thing? Okay, so Lux says, have you tried OBS and using it to stream Google Hangouts? Yeah, so I was looking into Google Hangouts. That option's no longer available when you're trying to do live streams from Google Hangouts to YouTube, so that's no longer available. But I haven't tried it with OBS, and my honest opinion, Luck, is that I don't want to deal with OBS anymore. Like now that I know I've got this, perhaps I subscribe to this, so I have more people on here. I'm moving away from OBS. I just want my life to be simple. I've messed around with all these different open source options, if that's the right term, and I just want my life to be easier. So I'm not really going down the OBS option. So I want frictionless stuff. So look, my initial thoughts. This is looking great so far. So I'm gonna so just bear with me while I set up my other screen. Share my screen again. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on. Oh, okay. I'm going to share my Chrome tab. Awesome. Okay. So some of you might know I've seen a video previously. I said I'm using Zoom, and you should too. This was a couple of years ago. I would have called myself a Zoom fanboy, and I still like using it. Now, the recent, I guess, fairly recent security issues that have been highlighted, I feel for Zoom, and I did get this blog the other day where Eric, the founder, is talking about where they've come from pre the pandemic and what's happened as a result of that, and the privacy concerns that have resulted and what they're trying to do about that and their 90-day plan. So look, this is from the official word of the company from Eric. I I like Eric from what I've seen, and I feel for Zoom. So they were established in 2011, and they've just grown in popularity over the years. I got onto them a couple of years ago, and I was really loving it, trying to get people onto this kind of thing because it does make it available for the everyday person to do video conferencing and screen sharing for free. So again, that free model keeps it open, right? Um, and you can do a number of things even just on the free uh, platform. What's happened though is that with the lockdown, a heap of people now want to do video conferencing because they have to. If they had no interest before, they've got to do it now, right? And so what that's done is it's poked holes in some of the, I guess the infrastructure, the platform itself. It's highlighted holes, and which is where this whole 0-day security vulnerability. So my limited understanding is that 0-day vulnerability means that it's a flaw in the software that yet that is known to the business, known to the vendor or the company, but they don't have a patch for it. They have 0 days to be able to solve this before a hacker comes in and exposes or takes advantage of that. Now, what they're saying here is that there were several of these security vulnerabilities made public all at once. It gives you the impression that these guys have no idea what they're doing, but they patched it and they do have a full-time team working on this. But I want to, part of me, um, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because it does seem like a genuine sort of like I'm trying to add value here. They've only barely, they're not even quite 10 years, right? So that in human years, they're still like a little child. I'm thinking like Zoom is kind of like a prodigy child, a child prodigy. They've got some great wins on the board quite early, and they do add a lot of value. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because they've just their volumes have just skyrocketed. And of course, if you're just like a little child, there's still going to be things that need to be improved on. So I have some sympathy there. Um, where I'm still cautious about it is my issue with um, Silicon Valley in general, and when you have these big companies that feel like they can, use your data. So Eric says that, they've used metadata and they've shared some metadata with some other vendors to help improve the experience, but they're not essentially tracking your video. So they're not in there spying from what they're saying, right? And there was some issue or lawsuit with sharing of data with Facebook. I don't know enough about that, but I'm just over the last year or two, I've felt more concerns around Google and the way they use their data, Facebook and security. So I'm cautious now. The fact that this is free means that um, look, there's this potential of sharing of data, which I'm starting to feel increasingly uncomfortable about. However, they are being very public about what they're trying to do. So I am cautiously optimistic, but this I still want to keep uh, watching this at the moment. So let me know if you've actually used Zoom before, what your experience has been like with that. I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a moment. Okay, so what have we got here? Luck. Okay, so you can start a private Google Hangout and stream the Hangout, if that makes sense. Start a private Google Hangout stream. Yeah, so you can do that. Stream the Hangout. Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to talk so much about that because I'm not completely aware with the Hangouts there. Yeah, Zoom has a Silicon Valley front, and all the work is done in PRC. I think it's like 3 IT companies in China. Yeah, so the article I think does make reference to that, Luck. Um, that head office is in California, and they do have a subsidiary in China. I think there has been some things lobbed at them as a result. Look, again, I'm cautiously optimistic. I feel like Eric's trying to do his best to deal with some of these holes that have been revealed quite publicly. The company's not even 10 years old. They add a lot of value, but I'm conscious as well that these Silicon Valley companies, my trust has just gone down and down in recent times. So I'm still using Zoom. Like, I'll be honest, like our company, my day job, we're using Zoom a lot. We've run a couple of webinars, 2 or 3 webinars with that, and I've helped facilitate that in the background. So I'm still using Zoom, right? If he The waiting room is one way to prevent people from just like unwanted guests. So look, they are making changes, but I'm just letting you know this is something that is on my mind. Watch this space. Okay, so the last thing I want to cover off, and then I'm gonna get going with my day, um, is what I'm doing on Canva. So I'm just gonna show you what I'm up to there. So some of you might have seen in my previous stream that I'm just getting back onto Canva again. It's been a while. I've been on hiatus for like a couple of years, and I've returned. And I am really loving what some of the things they're doing here. And I was able to create this. I mean, this means nothing. It's just this thing I just did. I just found a microphone image, added some effects, but I was able to do that in a few minutes. There's no way in heck I could have done that in Affinity Photo. I have no way of knowing how to do that. I bought Affinity Photo again, maybe a couple of years ago, hoping to make some great visuals, and it's hard work. I mean, it's not that hard. It just takes a bit of focused effort, but the effort required, the learning curve, when I just want to get something done now that's good enough, I think Canva is more and more making sense to me. Like, I was able to make this banner, this is for LinkedIn, really easily, so that you've got quality images that that you can use. So I'll just run through this real briefly. So you can use different images. They got templates, and one of the templates I was really excited about, yeah, you can do Insta stories, Insta posts, Facebook covers, flyers, thumbnails. So if you're on YouTube, makes it easy for thumbnails. I'm gonna start looking at this moving forward to just have some better thumbnails. I've been really floundering in that area. But there was this video option, video. So this is what I didn't get to show you the other day because, again, I was not working well with this thing. But see here, check this out. You got these animations going on the side. So you could remove this in theory, export it as an MP4, and import that into your project in Camtasia. And I did that the other day for a video project, and it looks sweet. You can change up the colors here. By doing this, bam, easy. I can also change the color of this. Let's make it something really different there. And I can change that one and make it that one. Bam. Oh, see, look at this. I'm not even a designer. I did that immediately with Canva. And again, you can export this. It goes for 7 seconds. So that's what it's going to look like. I wish this would animate as well. So in the way, if you want that to go longer, you just copy and paste that onto your timeline, and it just goes for a while. That's why this is why I'm trying to look for frictionless options. You're able to get stuff out there in the universe and make your presence known and make an impact. So that's the kind of stuff I want to do. I want to help empower you to make awesome things for the world to see. So look, I am going to call it a day. So there were the 3 things I wanted to cover off. So again, if you've used StreamYard, I'd love to get your thoughts on this, or what is that you use instead of StreamYard. If you're using video conferencing, look, just be aware that Zoom, it's a publicly listed company, and they're being very look, from a PR perspective, they're being transparent. Obviously, there's stuff in the background, and your trust levels, my trust levels on Silicon Valley companies has gone down, but they're working on it. And if you want to get designs done, try Canva. Some of you might be using Photoshop, and if you know how to use that, go for it. But if you're on that sort of the beginning trajectory, Canva, I think, is a really great option for people who haven't had the inclination to know how to use things like Photoshop. And this is why I use Camtasia. This is my whole philosophy with Camtasia, is that if you just wanna quickly get a professional looking video out, Camtasia is the easiest way to go. Yes, it's an investment, but if you're really committed to video and visual communication like that, TechSmith products, really recommend them. So anyway, thanks for joining me if you're here live. Thank you to Siamand for watching videos and liking things, Miguel for your question, and Luck as well. Plenty of comments there. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. Actually, Siamand says we use WebEx and Microsoft Meetings. I think that's Microsoft Teams that you're referring to, Siamand. Look, I think I have used WebEx before. That's also a quality product. See you, mate. Yeah, that's a quality product. Price, yeah, so there's no free version there. You have to pay for that. But hey, look, you get what you pay for. And at this stage, I haven't heard of any security issues with WebEx. Yes, Teams. Yeah, we're using Teams a lot now, business as well. We were trying to get people to use it, and it took a pandemic for people to actually use Teams. I was joking with my colleague one day. It's like, if it's going to take a pandemic for our business to finally change with the times and start using things like Teams, that's what it's going to take, and that's what it took. We now have meetings every other week on Teams as a company. It's so easy, and this over reliance on email just drives me up the wall. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you create something. I really hope in my heart of hearts that you go and remove the blockage that prevents you from creating. I want you to clear that connection. Make a commitment today to start creating, get your thoughts out there, and you'll be surprised at the people that you can impact. Anyway, have an awesome day. See you next time.